What's happening, man? This ATL beat banger Fatboi. I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard. You did.
Put the pounds in the trash can, Gucci do the dishes. Nobody fuck with my kitchen.
Like I mentioned, you worked very heavily with Gucci Mane from like 2008 to 2011. So how'd you first get introduced to him?
I met Gucci through Shorty. Actually, I started fucking with Gucci in 2006.
Okay.
Yeah, 2006 because he left the club and he came out to the house with Shorty and me and I think it was a couple other people out there. But he called and said he was leaving the club, he was coming out, he wanted to do some records. So we came in and me and Shorty did a record together, and I think that record ended up being my plug. We did that. Me and Shorty did that record together. Shorty went downstairs, and Gucci was still upstairs, and Gucci was like, you know, cook up another one, Fat. And the next record was Vette Passed By. That was the next record. So Miss Deb was there, she was there too, you know, so it took me 5-10 minutes to
really
cook the beat up. And after that, you know, it was on and popping. Yeah. You know, Gucci was like always calling Ron to work with me after that. Yeah. That ultimately led to doing My Kitchen and some other records. But yeah, that stuff came out in 07. Yeah. Oh, that came out in 07. And 08, you know, it just kept going up, And 09, I think 08, we had some records in 08 too. 09, ultimately, you know, we got wasted. But yeah, I mean, in the beginning with Gucci, man, it was like, I never worked with anybody like him.
Yeah. Were you working with him in the studio?
Yeah. We always cooked up. Yeah. It was never
no emailing beats?
Nah, it was cook up, right on the spot.
So you're making these beats right on the spot?
Right on the spot.
Not even coming prepared with beats?
Nothing in the head. It's a blank. It's a blank canvas. Nothing on. You know, I don't know what we gonna do.
Were you making these beats specifically for him then?
Yeah, these specifically for Gucci. You know, if Gucci come into the studio today, he come in. You know, he'll just say keywords like, give me some hard shit. I give him some hard shit. And I mean, you could damn near just give Gucci a kick and a snare.
He's gonna work.
And Gucci gonna start. You know what I'm saying? So the thing with Gucci is, once you learn that about Gucci, you kind of just, I'ma do the foundation of the track. Yeah. And so Gucci can do what he do, and then I'll finish it and polish it. Yeah. And make it a record later. Main thing is cause he works like this. Yeah. So to get everything that he want to get out done, like let's just go ahead and I'm gonna do the basics of it and let him do his thing. Like we'll race to like see who gonna get finished first. Him writing it, or me making the beat. And you know, a lot of times he'll win, a lot of times I'll win. You know, I'll finish the beat 10-15 minutes. Yeah. He still got a little more to write, and you know, or vice versa. Yeah. And we go from there.
Yeah. All right. Now, out of all the records you and Gucci worked on, do you have a personal favorite? It's hundreds.
My personal favorite Gucci record, Vette Passed By.
Vette Passed By. Why is that?
Vette Passed motherfucking by.
That's one of my favorite songs.
Man,
so I'm right there with you.
I don't know. You know, I can't call it. It's Vette Passed By is infectious to me. It's just from the time it comes on and how Gucci attacked it, and it's also the introduction to OJ too. Yeah.
So was OJ in the studio that night too, or did his verse get added later on?
Yeah, OJ's verse got added on later. We went to Patchwork and put and added OJ's verse to it. Cause at first the record was called Bird Flu. It was called Bird Flu at first. And Gucci hit me on MySpace And I didn't think it was him. I'm like, who the fuck is this hitting me on my MySpace asking me about what I think about the record? I'm like, man. And he's like, this Gucci. I'm like, this got to be Gucci because nobody else would know about
this
record. So he's like, what you think about it? Because he had another version. He had another version of the record called Kick Door. And I like both versions of it.
Over the same beat.
Yeah. Huh. Over the same. So he had a record called Kick Door. So I told him personally, I like Kick Door.
Yeah.
A little better. But Bird Flu was that. I'm glad he went with that one. But the record was going crazy. And everybody keep talking about this record, Vette Passed By. It's like, man, Gucci got this record, Vette Passed By, man. That shit is out of here. So I'm like, it's going crazy in the clubs. Like, damn, man, what happened to Bird Flu? Like, damn, I thought we was gonna do Bird Flu. Yeah. So, come to find out, and how I found out the shit was going so crazy, Soulja Boy did this little viral thing. Like, he just kept singing the song, and Big Ron hit me, like, hey man, you know what Bird Flu is? Vette Passed By. He changed the name of it. So I'm like, oh shit, the whole time everybody talking about this song, this is the song.
This is the song.
So yeah, Vette Passed By, man. I gotta say Vette Passed By is my favorite, man. Especially when OJ comes on, he picked the record up. Yeah. Like the record still kept going up. Yeah. When Juice came on. So I gotta say, out of all the records, probably followed by My Kitchen.
My Kitchen, yeah.
Probably followed by My Kitchen.
Theme song right there.
Yeah, probably followed by My Kitchen. And then probably followed by Atlanta Zoo.
Yeah, that one was hard too. That was on his album.
Yeah, Atlanta Zoo, then Wasted.
Yeah. I think most people know you from Wasted.
Yeah.
Going back to Vette Passed By, did you see the meme, the R. Kelly meme that came out recently?
I posted it.
I thought that was hysterical.
It was hilarious.
It fit perfect.
It was hilarious. And you know what? I saw Gucci posted it, so I reposted it from Gucci.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's like, yo, that shit is fucking hilarious. So it was perfect for it. It was perfect for it.
All right. And what's your current relationship with Gucci right now?
Me and WAP, man, that's always gonna be my brother, man.
Yeah.
WAP, I've sent him some tracks and all that. We haven't connected on anything yet, but me and WAP's relationship, when it came to us, everything that went for us, it was always on the spot.
On the spot.
Yeah, it was never, send it. Yeah. Because I got one thing about Gucci is his energy is gonna help me finish the track. Like I gotta watch him. I gotta see him. If I'm going in the right direction with the beat, and I look over at Gucci and I see him doing his little Gucci bop, I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna stay right here. So and especially Gucci did 3 years. Yeah. So after those 3 years, the game kind of changed. So everybody that I was doing tracks for now at this time is a little different than what. So when I start sending Gucci tracks, it's like I don't know how to. I don't know if I can find you because I can't see you. You know what I'm saying? So when we actually link up with each other and get back in, I'll catch him. Yeah. But right now, I keep missing him because I'm just not seeing him. I gotta see him. Yeah. So when we link, we'll catch that vibe. That's just how we work.
Yeah. And were you surprised by all the changes he's made in his personal life?
Nah, because I used to see that Gucci when it's only like 3 people in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like that's always been Gucci. Like when people was saying he's a clone and all that, I'm like, man, that's Gucci. Yeah. Like if you really had a conversation with Gucci and the entourage wasn't around and all that, Gucci always spoke like that and acted a certain way, even dressing a certain way. Mm-hmm. Like he would be like the Gucci that you see now. He wasn't as polished as the Gucci that you see now, but the vocabulary and how he spoke and all that, I used to see that Gucci all the time.
Yeah, So that didn't surprise you?
No, not at all. Not at all.
180 there. All right. And so along with yourself, Zaytoven, Shorty Red, and Drummer Boy, you guys really helped create the sound for Gucci and early trap music as well. The four of you producers were actually interviewed by the New York Times in 2009 too. Mm-hmm. What was that experience like going up there?
Man, that's probably a highlight in my career because as I understood it, we were the first producers, especially from the South like that, to really be in the New York Times like that, to like have a feature in the New York Times. And you know, it was surreal because, you know what I mean, in the moment, you're just doing what you do. Yeah. And you don't really, I mean, I see what songs are doing, you know, when you go to the club and all that, but I mean, you're only in one club at a time. So, okay, yeah, they fucking with but the impact that it's having on the world, you don't see that. Yeah. So when the #1 newspaper in the world, like, does an interview on you and they asking questions and, you know what I'm saying, like really seeming like they interested in, you know, this new sound that everybody's falling in love with, it's like, yo, this shit's crazy. The New York Times? Like,
this is no phone interview. You guys went up there.
This ain't no phone interview. This is in person. You know what I'm saying? Well, actually, they came here.
Oh, they came here? Oh,
they came to Atlanta. Gotcha. So, but I mean, it's not phone. This is all four of us in the same place together, doing an interview. Yeah. You know, with the tape, writing stuff down and all that. You know, making sure we weren't misquoted and all that. I mean, like, yeah, they were there. Like, they were right here. Yeah. So that was huge, man. That was huge. That was like one of the first big milestones in my career. New York Times. I mean, how many people can really say that? That's New York Times. Like, you can be in Iraq at a hotel and the New York Times it's New York Times. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you're talking about the one of the main newspapers that's all over the world. Is that they don't just service it in New York. This is a world paper. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, right by the stock market. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like New York Times, you know, it's like news, entertainment, stock market. Yeah. You know, so yeah, that was crazy.
Mm-hmm. And these were the early days of trap music too. Did you guys know that you're creating a sound that was going to be setting the tone for the future of music?
Oh shit, man. I mean, I can only speak for me. I didn't. I was just like having fun. Yeah,
just making music you wanted to make.
Just having fun, man. So I didn't. I could never fathom that this was going to be like the biggest thing in the world over the course of the next few years. Like, I didn't see that shit, man. I don't want to speak for them, but I don't think none of them did either. Well, I mean, the impact that Gucci and Jeezy had, like, especially when Jeezy first hit, you felt that. It was like, whew, boy, this is big. Yeah. But you still equating it to just that one artist. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're not equating it to a whole.
It's going to influence.
You know what I'm saying? The whole world. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the whole world. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole world. So, you know, this shit was like, it was surreal, man. And over the next course of, and you know, the records kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But not only that, you know, like, a lot of the new generation of artists and producers, like, they get to see their music like recorded right now and it go viral tonight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have that. No. It was literally we'll record the record tonight and we'll take it to the strip club tonight. Mm-hmm. And that's how we worked our records. That's how we knew what was going to go, what wasn't going to go. I mean, we literally worked the records in the strip club. So you just didn't see that global thing of what it was. I see locally what it's going to do, and I know this is going to bleed out and it's going to be big. But we wasn't seeing what the records was doing in Cali.
Yeah.
We wasn't seeing what they were doing in Chicago. Wasn't seeing what they was doing in Miami and shit like that. So, like even when Wasted came out, I didn't know. Well, you know, I'm a workaholic, so you know, I didn't. After I kind of slowed down from being in the strip club Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then all over again. When I slowed down from that, it's like, okay, I'm gonna just be in the studio. So I had no idea what even Wasted was doing.
Yeah.
I missed the impact that Vette Passed By was having because I'm always in the studio.
Yeah.
And Twitter came out in like 08.
Yeah.
So that's how I was finding out, like, yo, this Wasted shit is going crazy. In 09, you know, Twitter had been around for a year.
Yeah.
So what I would do is if anybody, you know, I would put keywords in, you know, Fatboi, Wasted, and Gucci Mane, stuff like that. So whenever anybody mentioned the song and all that, I would retweet it.
Yeah.
You know, put produced by Fatboi under it and all that. But man, when Wasted hit, I was seeing so much shit on that, like, like all over, like everywhere. Florida, Cali, like it's like this shit is like really doing that. And you know, watching like the media-based spins and all that, like New York, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Everybody trying to see what New York doing.
Yeah.
Everybody. I don't give a fuck who you are. You can be the most south of the south of the south. When you in this shit, you want to know what New York think about your shit. Yeah. So everywhere getting these spins, it's blowing up everywhere, going crazy, going stupid. New York, I started seeing New York hitting it. I was like, oh shit, New York is on this record. Like, oh fuck. It then started moving up the New
York
hard. I mean, like you take New York all day, it might be 2 records from the South that's playing all day. Yeah. 2 at a time. It's like we ain't letting no more than 2 of these South records play at a time. So after a while, it's like Wasted just. Oh shit, we jumped Jay-Z. Oh shit, we jumped. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? So now it's just like, man, y'all can't tell me shit. New York playing my shit like this? Yep. You know what I'm saying? And New York was only playing the Waka version. They weren't even playing the Plies version.
Oh, really?
They were playing the Waka version. And I assume that's probably because of Waka's New York connections. You know what I'm saying? Miss Deb being from, Auntie being from New York and all that. But man, like that shit was like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, they fucking with my shit. Yeah. So that was really the first time I visually started seeing the impact that it was making throughout the country and not just what it was doing around me, close to me. Like people was literally like stopping the club and dropping that record and you know all the little fucking light things, you know what I'm saying? Like people were putting all the little light things in the air and like the whole club was lit up when Wasted come on. And you know what I'm saying? Like I was making a lot of fucking club owners rich, man, because everybody was waiting for that record to come on and they got fucked up.
Everyone wanted to be Wasted when they came on.
Fucked up, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said what I said at the end of the record, because like the way that record came about, Gucci just came to the studio and was like, he had the idea in his head already. He's like, yo, Fat, what you think about a song called Wasted? I was like, shit, that shit might be big. Like, shit, Wasted is a suburb word. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, if we do that shit the right way,
it's a crossover.
You know what I'm saying? It's going, you know, suburbs, I don't really hear nobody white saying Wasted no more, but I know growing up, I used to hear Wasted a lot. So we do that shit right. They know what it is. That shit is gonna blow up in the hood. And since all the suburb kids love what hip hop and trap culture is, they're gonna fuck with it. Now it's gonna come back to life in the suburbs and it's gonna bounce back out. Yeah. I'm like, shit, all I gotta do is give this the right soundtrack and this shit is out of here. So to watch that record be born like that and then turn into what it turned into, man, that shit was crazy. It just started with Gucci saying, "What you think about a song called Wasted?" Nothing. That's it. That's all.
He didn't have a hook or nothing.
Nothing. It was just an idea. He just knew he wanted to do a song called Wasted. Like, yo, that shit can go. That's big. So what a lot of people don't know is the first feature on Wasted was actually Twista.
Twista, really? Huh.
First time this is being said.
So what happened
Ever.
to Twista's verse? Why did that get removed and how did Plies end up on?
Plies knocked it out. He knocked it out the box. So like, Twista sent his verse back. Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Twista.
Yeah.
He killed it.
Yeah.
So we thought, you know, shit, let's see who else, cause we knew the record was out. I knew the record was out of here 5 minutes into it when I was just making the beat and he started writing it. I knew the shit was out of here already. I knew. So my manager, you know, Big Ron was like telling Gucci, like, yo, this record is big, man. Why don't we see who else we can get to do the record and, you know, best man win.
Yeah.
So Wop called Plies. He was like, yo, Plies, I got this record I want to send you. You know what I'm saying? See if you can fuck with it. Send it to Plies. Plies hit back immediately. He's like, yo, that shit out of here. That shit out of here. So Plies did his verse, sent it back. We was like, yo, this shit is really. Now, by this time, I'm starting to get goosebumps. You know what I'm saying?
You're sitting on something big.
I know this shit is out of here. But the thing was, Plies' verse didn't start off with, I don't wear tight jeans like the white boys. It didn't start like that. It started with, walked in the club, pocket full of big faces. So I cut the verse and put the I don't wear tight jeans part first.
Why'd you do that?
It had the impact.
Yeah.
It had the impact. And of course, when you drop the beat with that, then it just...
It's perfect.
After that, Gucci wrote the third verse, man. I'm like, man, I literally listened to that record like 100 times that night. Like literally listened to that record 100 times that night. To the point, man, where shit, I shed a tear, I think.
You just knew it.
I just knew. Like I literally shed a tear. It's like the hair on my arms was raising up.
Like that before making a record?
Cut Friends.
Cut Friends, yeah.
Cut Friends. It's only been a couple of records in my entire career where I got that feeling where I knew, like, I don't give a fuck what you say.
This is a hit.
This record is gone. You know, that's only happened. And this current record with the Rock Nation artist Venus called Pop That. I feel like that about this record. I think this record is out of here like that. But, you know, throughout my whole career, man, it's only been a couple. It's only been a couple. That one right there. And Gucci didn't even feel that way. Gucci didn't feel that way.
What was he saying about the record?
Gucci, he liked it, but he was like, I don't know, I think we can still outdo it. I was like, and you know, between me, Big Ron, and Plies, and even Miss Deb.
You guys all had to sell him on it, or?
Everybody was like, Coach K, everybody was like, this shit is out of here. WAP was still like, it's cool. Let me see, you know, so I took matters in my own hands and I was like, man, we finna fuck this record up. So I mixed it.
Yeah.
Got it mastered and we leaked it.
Really? Huh.
Wasted was a leak.
Huh. So the label didn't know, Gucci didn't know. How long did it take after it leaked for it to go up to where everyone started believing it?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Because the record was already going crazy in the club.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for some reason, they didn't believe it would work at radio. I don't know. Like, and my background is a DJ.
Yeah.
The one thing that I knew that would make records work is because, look, the records I'm playing in the clubs are the records that they keep playing on the radio.
Yeah.
That's what shaped my production style.
Yeah.
because I'm playing the records that's making y'all dance. I'm gonna make the records that make y'all dance. I know
Yeah, you got the cheat code.
I got the cheat code. The records that I play every night is the records that radio likes. So I already knew what time it was. So I couldn't get the label to, you know, Todd Moskowitz was even like, I don't know.
Had they shot the video by then?
Hadn't done shit.
No.
Hadn't done shit. Matter of fact, they were gonna go with another record that that drummer produced called Party Animal with Snoop on it. It had Snoop on it.
Okay.
So they were gonna go with that record. And my manager hit Gucci's A&R Orlando, and he was like, drummer hit Orlando, and he's like, yeah, WAP told me Party Animal gonna be the next single. By this time, Orlando was like, I don't know. You seen what Wasted doing?
Wasted had been leaked.
You seen what Wasted doing? I don't know. So that's how it ended up. You know, if I wouldn't have took matters in my own hands,
it probably never would have been a single.
Nah, everybody
Not
was
the lead single at least.
Nah, I mean, it was just because we were actually making it for the DJ Holiday mixtape. What was the name of the mixtape? The Wall.
Writing on the Wall.
Writing on the Wall.
Yeah.
We were doing it for that.
Oh, okay.
But when I heard it, I was like,
nah, save this.
This is fucking.
This album material.
This album. So I went into album mode, and the success of Wasted actually kicked up the album. Like we had to start
yeah, we gotta drop
finishing the album because of Wasted. So yeah, man, that record was like, it went through there, man. That feeling that I was having about that record was.
So whatever happened to that Twista verse? Just never got released, and did you ever hear back from Twista like, why didn't you use it or anything?
Man, I haven't talked to Twista since, man.
Really?
I don't think it's a beef or anything like that. Yeah, it's part of the business.
Yeah.
But it was just, you know, it was just one of those things, man. It's just like, you know,
gotta do what's best for the record.
Got to do what's best for the record, and even then, it almost didn't happen the way it should have happened because the Plies being on the record almost did. This could be a whole True Hollywood story to this shit. Like, Plies almost didn't make the record because it was initially supposed to be a swap, verse for verse.
Yeah.
The record started going up. Gucci still hadn't given Plies a swap. He hadn't given him a verse. So Plies started charging for the verse because the record was going. It was going up. So the contingency plan was, okay, if we don't get Plies, we're going to do a Waka verse. Okay. We're going to do an OJ verse. And whichever of those, we're going to go with that. Me, my producer mind, I'm like, I don't care what nobody say.
Plies on this.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. That's the one. So I'm getting kind of depressed. I'm like, man, we about to lose this. The record's still gonna be good. It's still gonna be big, but that's the one. So ultimately, it went that way. But even with the video shoot, we wasn't sure if Plies was gonna show up to the video shoot.
Yeah, he wasn't there the first day, right?
First day he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Waka was there on standby, just in case. So we were gonna go with the Waka version in case Plies didn't show up.
Oh wow! So did Waka film his verse for the video that day?
Nah, the first day was I think Waka did. I think first day we did do a Waka take. I think we did.
Just in case.
Just in case. We did Waka first day. Second day, Plies came through. And he came through last minute. We already started shooting.
Yeah, it was nighttime when he shot.
It was nighttime. Yeah. And the tour bus came up. And then Plies got off the tour bus and hopped all the way down he hopped all the way down the hill. And literally hopped all the way down the hill like that. Came all the way down the hill. And then we shot the video. And that's how it went.
$30,000 for the soul washing squad. $1,000 per deal for the soul washing boys. Gucci on query is a soul washing shark.